Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's episode of the Four Corners Podcast. My name is John, and I am your host who missed his boys the most over spring break. We just had break. We're coming back off of that from Fastlane and all that jazz. And I'm joined by my beautiful co-hosts, Damien.
I didn't miss you, John.
You didn't miss me?
No.
That's harsh. I bet you did.
I did. I missed your beautiful face.
I bet there was a part of you that missed me.
Not at all.
It's not even a small part.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
No.
What about Nick?
The Pacers won today.
Yeah,
Pacers won today.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good, from what I saw, it was a good game.
Beat the process.
Eat the process?
Beat the process.
Oh, beat the process. I was like, eat the processed meat?
Yeah. McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Oh, I do like
those slime nuggets.
Well, we have a lot to talk about this week. We are on the road to WrestleMania, and with that, we just got done with... What are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, I just saw you, move your hands. We just got done with the last pay-per-view until the Show of the Immortals, until the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania 34. Fastlane. I think with this pay-per-view, gentlemen, my expectations were so low that it was a good pay-per-view for me.
Yeah. It was like a weird show where I was excited, but also not excited.
What do you mean?
It was predictable.
Oh.
No, that's what I was about to say. It was too predictable.
I knew it had a chance to be good, but I didn't care that much.
I mean, that's what I mean. The expectations were so low that, I just didn't care.
Yeah.
About any of the matches, really.
There's only, the one swerve, I guess, would be Orton winning and Asuka showing up.
We'll get to that.
But even then, that was...
we had that weirdly thrown together pre-show match. You got to get all the guys on the pay-per-views. But I don't really care to talk about that. I don't know about you guys.
You don't care about Fashion Deputy Ty Dillinger?
I didn't watch it.
I guess that was what they were calling him, was the Fashion Deputy.
I mean, that's awesome.
I doubt they're going to go with
They're
it.
not going to do anything with him.
Yeah.
But they, the Breezango and Ty beat Mojo and,
the other guys.
who?
I
don't know. I don't even remember. Oh, well, it's not that big of a deal because
It's going to bother me.
the show started off, the actual show, the Fastlane show, started off with a really good match between Nakamura and Rusev, I thought, personally. We have the storyline of Nakamura is going to face whoever wins the six-pack challenge at the end of the night. And then Rusev was he hasn't been doing anything. And then Nakamura just kind of crushed Aiden English's throat. And he's like, let's have a match. How about that for booking?
Yeah. So I'm still trying to think of that tag team from the beginning.
Are you? It was
Mojo. I'm trying to think of a low-tier heel team on SmackDown.
Because
it was a single and a team versus a single and a team.
Was it a single and a team?
It was the American Beta.
That's what it was. I forgot about them. Okay.
Oh, yeah, everybody forgot about
All right,
them.
we can move on.
I thought they were going to be champions there for a second.
That's okay. We can move on.
That's okay. We can move
That's
on.
irrelevant.
So like I said, Nakamura defeated Rusev this evening. Damien, I know Rusev is your boy. How are you feeling about that match?
It was a decent match. Didn't really like the finish. I don't really enjoy Nakamura too much, but
Really?
I will enjoy
Welcome
him
to our club.
versus
Or to my club.
I will enjoy him versus AJ Styles because I know that they're going to put on a phenomenal match.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know that you have to have Nakamura win, and so I don't know why Rusev was the opponent they chose for him. I don't know why they're doing.
Well, yeah, because it seems like Rusev is finally going to get his push. He's being led to, being another guy that could be one of the top, maybe mid-carders, or going to the top.
Should be the top.
But every
is,
time he gets there, he's kind of it's kind of like the Bray Wyatt treatment.
Yeah,
I think. And
it just reminds me of the old Vince thing where you can't get yourself over and get pushed at the same time, like Zack Ryder and Wade Barrett and the Fashion Police.
Daniel Bryan for the longest time.
Daniel Bryan until the fans made them change it.
I don't know why, and that's another thing, because they won't turn Rusev face. They keep pushing him as this
They
heel
should. He
character.
gets these pops. He gets these chants.
They got a chant. Rusev Day got a chant last night during Asuka and who'd she beat last night?
Mickey James.
Mickey
Right?
James. Yeah, Mickey James. Yeah, there was a.
Do you guys watch wrestling? Because I didn't watch Raw, and I got that.
I had no idea.
I remember
I was sitting right
Asuka
here watching.
fought someone. But yeah, I don't know. I don't get it because they could do so much with Rusev. Throw him back in the U.S. Championship. There's something about Rusev and the U.S. Championship that I really enjoy together, or at least the title scene with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they do the things that they do. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know if they're still mad at Rusev.
Yeah.
Like if that's the thing, but yeah, we had Nakamura defeating Rusev in that match. I don't even know if Rusev is gonna get a spot on the card at WrestleMania.
Battle Royal, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Armbar.
All the other guys.
He could win it. I would love that, but he probably won't.
Dolph's got to win it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dolph's got to be on the card somewhere, right?
Hopefully not what you were saying
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
earlier tonight, but going on, like I was talking about with the U.S. Championship match, we did have a title change. Surprisingly, Randy Orton defeated Bobby Roode for the U.S. Championship. We all just kind of thought that Bobby Roode would win that, but
It's a classic Orton right there.
I know he has to
Vintage Randy Orton.
go right. He's got to go into WrestleMania as a champ, right?
One also, he's finally got the Grand Slam
Yep.
after all these years.
And Bobby challenged him again tonight on SmackDown with the spot at WrestleMania. He wanted that. He wanted his name in bright lights, taking the title back. And then Jinder, just like he did at Fastlane tonight, he also interrupted again. So it looks like that's the direction they're going with. The triple. There are more multi-man matches than there are singles matches.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have a ton so far on the WrestleMania card. And I was watching some videos, and they were talking about how, like, the problem with this match is that it's going to get a lot of comparisons to the IC title match, because that's also going to be, at least right now, a triple threat.
I kind of like the parallels, though, to have the kind of the same scenario on both sides.
Yeah, but, like,
I think it's interesting, at least.
the U.S. title match isn't going to be anywhere near as good as the IC match.
No, absolutely not.
And
I think they need to put a gimmick on it or something to make it more interesting.
What kind of gimmick?
A ladder
Punjabi
or
prison?
something. The first ever triple threat.
Punjabi prison match.
With Great Khali on the outside as the enforcer.
Of course. Could you imagine him walking down that 80-yard...
Crawling down it because he can't walk.
No, they just get one of those, like, little drivey things.
Like from like the old WrestleManias.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Or the Royal Rumble last year.
The little golf
When they were-
cart.
Yeah, when they were driving the big men.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think putting a stipulation on it just to break off that parallel, because, like, I understand that it's a cool idea to have that parallel between the two, but, like, it's not... The match, nobody really cares about anyways now. You know
But
what I
the
mean?
thing is, even if you do add the ladder stip, none of those guys are going to be exciting in a ladder match. Orton,
None of those
Bobby,
guys
or
are
Jinder.
ladder matches.
None of them are
ladder match guys.
Yeah, they're not ladder matches either.
They're not ladder matches, that's for sure. I mean, the IC title match would be an awesome ladder match.
Yeah.
But that's
need to
already
be.
going to be a good match.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. It just, because, like, nobody really cares about that match anyways, and nobody's going to care, so I don't know. Unless they add more to the IC title, because I've heard rumors of, like, Braun being added to it, and...
Not after what happened on Raw this
I
week.
forgot about that. Man, there is a lot to talk about this week, actually.
There is.
But, yeah, because he could be in for the tag team championships. And, yeah, it's whatever. But, tag teams.
Tag
Segue.
teams, there we go.
Segue. I don't know if we wanted to talk about this, because it was just Natalya and Carmella defeating Becky Lynch and Naomi.
Well, after SmackDown tonight, I think they're trying to get Carmella back on a hot streak for some, like, going into Mania, just to add that realm of possibility, I guess, of the cash in.
Then just to lose it.
Yeah, or just not even cash it in.
Because she Who'd she pin at Fastlane?
Becky.
Becky got pinned?
Of course.
Oh my gosh.
Take a wild guess who got pinned.
So, yeah, Becky got pinned, and then Carmella beat Naomi tonight.
Yes, clean.
Which is more than she's done in the last year.
She hasn't been on SmackDown in weeks.
I know.
Up until now.
So, Nick, it was funny earlier when I mentioned we should talk about where Carmella's going with the Money in the Bank cash in, and then you mentioned that we talk about that every week.
It seems like we do, honestly. It's a talking point.
It's like, I don't know. What if they have the first ever run out? Like
Just
she
expires.
runs out of it, just expires.
She's so scared of Asuka.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. I like that idea.
That'd be interesting.
What do you think, Dame?
It'd be interesting if she tries at WrestleMania to use it on the Raw Women's Championship, even though, and they're like, oh, you can't do that. And then she's like, well, crap, I'll just hang on to it for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then, like you guys said, it expires.
I also see her doing the Seth Rollins and cashing in during the match, just because they're trying to force all these women's firsts all the time right now. So the first ever cash in WrestleMania by a woman during a match.
Yeah,
a big long one.
A big long one. Is that a Sports Center headline?
It sounds like it. Cherry picked headlines.
Anthony Davis scored a triple-double.
The first ever triple-double with 10 blocks on his birthday.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Incredible. Yeah, I don't know where they're going to go with Carmella and doing her thing.
That was a good tie-in, John. We're going to New Orleans, and Anthony Davis plays for the New Orleans
Yeah!
Pelicans. Good job,
Incredible. Dude. What about this tie-in? That tag team match going into the next tag team match.
Another tag team match.
Yeah, the Usos versus the new... What?
Your segues suck.
Oh, you suck. Get out of my podcast. I'll do this myself.
Don't judge.
I'm judging hard. So we had the Usos and the New Day, which fire every match. They do incredible every single time they step in the ring. They have incredible chemistry together. And this one ended in a no contest, which I usually don't like no contest finishes, but I liked this one. The Bludgeon Brothers came out and decimated.
How scary.
Decimated them. Slamming Xavier Woods on the steel steps. And do you see his head?
It whipped. Oh my god.
Like bounced off the steel steps.
He's twitching afterwards.
Big E was laid out. All 5 members of the Uso and the New Days. The
Uso and the New Days.
The Usos and the New Day all laid out. And as we saw on SmackDown tonight, because we were kind of wondering, we're like, well, they could do the whole triple threat deal, which is where we thought they were going to go with it. But there might be a new path. Tonight we saw that. So Xavier Woods and Kofi and then Jey Uso are all out, right? They're in the hospital or something like that, recovering or whatever.
Yes.
And so they're all out, done. And then a very, very cool dynamic, a very cool story brewing up with Big E and Jimmy Uso. They were in a tag match tonight against the Bludgeon Brothers, which I didn't like.
No.
That they would, if they are going to do that at WrestleMania.
I don't think they are now. I feel like
now, because the Bludgeon Brothers destroyed them.
Yeah.
They had a cool standoff with the chairs and then the hammers. What if they do that match? Chairs and hammers match.
Hammers won tonight.
Hammers did win. And it just looks like with the Bludgeon Brothers, it looks like at this point, who can beat them?
All 5 guys at once.
They kill them. Yeah.
That'd be like a 5-on-3 or 5-on-2 or something. Or
so no tag team titles match?
I'm thinking either 5-on-2 or like a triple threat tag match. Because the Uso and Big E acknowledge that like they're not done with their feud, but they want to team up to get revenge for their boys. So once the boys are back and healthy, they can do like a two birds, one stone and get the Bludgeon Brothers together and fight each other. Triple threat match. Gosh, I should have saved that for my finisher.
Gosh.
Oops.
Should have saved it for the finisher.
It's fine.
I don't even know what my finisher is at this point.
I know mine.
You don't mind what?
I know my backup finisher. I'm good.
Oh, you already you have multiple finishers?
I just had a second
Did you
option.
figure out a question of the week yet?
Nope. We'll get there.
You will get there. Better not be a crappy one.
Okay.
But yeah, cool feud that I'm excited. I like the Bludgeon Brothers. I don't know about you guys, but I like them.
Nah. I would like them. I would like them if they weren't the Bludgeon Brothers, but if they were just Harper and Rowan back together again.
They look so cool though.
I hate the hammers. I hate the hammers.
Yeah.
I hate it. It looks like a World of Warcraft LARPing, like a joke.
Fucking Thor.
Styrofoam.
Freaking Thor.
Oh my goodness.
It would look stupid if they didn't look so dominant. But since they look so dominant, I don't care what they are. I think it looks cool. I think it's a cool.
I think it looks silly.
I think it's fresh, as opposed to just
What's
like
fresh about putting them together every time they break up?
they're not just wrestlers
Every
anymore.
time they've done this,
They're not just like, oh hey, these guys are wrestlers.
they're just
They're
bros
hammer
now.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
hammered.
They're. Why couldn't have you left instead of Ethan?
Dang, that one hurts.
I
deep.
miss Ethan though.
I miss Ethan. I love
Hey,
Ethan.
Ethan.
We'll shout him out. We'll just shout him out on every single podcast.
We
so he
should.
returns. I like him. We'll see where that goes.
Ethan or
Yeah, I like him
Ethan.
too.
I like him.
He's an okay guy. I'm mad he went to SmackDown tonight, but oops. He wouldn't even be able to be on this podcast anyways.
Why?
I mean, we could have waited.
I am not waiting. That is really late.
Yeah, it's like
Wow,
after
selfish.
205 Live takes.
Well, he
it
could have
takes
left.
another
He
hour.
could have left.
He's not gonna leave. 205 Live is better now.
Oh, he's selfish.
He's selfish. Yeah, I'm not.
Hi, Ethan.
I'm not staying up till 1:30 in the morning to do a podcast. That's tiring. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see where that goes. See, there's no segue into this one.
We don't need one, do we?
We don't need one. It's Charlotte Flair and Ruby Riott.
Yeah.
That's the
Good
next match. Yeah.
Great match.
Yeah. Awesome match.
Do you think Ruby would be like awarded for it, like with a segment on SmackDown tonight or something?
In her hometown.
In her home state, hometown.
state.
I totally forgot. She wasn't even on the card for her home
I bet
state.
a lot of people bought tickets just to see
Oh my
Ruby.
gosh. She was even billed from Lafayette last night, officially, on TV.
Where has she been billed from?
I don't know.
recently?
I haven't been listening, so I don't
She's
know.
been billed from Lafayette and NXT.
Was she?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure.
that's where.
But it was clear as
She's
day,
just-
though.
She just never had a title match on WWE, so
Yeah.
like they don't ever bill them from there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot. That's awful of WWE to do that.
I mean, she probably would have lost anyways because of the whole hometown curse. But still.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like Ruby Riott's character necessarily a whole lot
Yeah.
in SmackDown, but I think she's still doing as good of work as she can be.
The match was worth it for me.
The match was awesome. I didn't expect a whole lot from the match just because like there wasn't a ton of build. It was just like
The feud was really lame.
yeah, it was a really lame build up to the feud. And as much as I like Ruby Riott, and I know that Charlotte can like have a good match with, a sewer rat, I just wasn't, you know what I mean?
I guess so. I guess.
Hey, she could probably put on a 3 or 4 star match with
Let's
a
book it.
rat. Let's book it. WWE, book it. Yeah, it was just like one of those situations where the build up didn't feel good. And so I wasn't excited about the match, but I was pleasantly surprised, especially with the ending. It was one of those things that we were expecting to happen, but it's just like feels good when it happens.
Yeah.
So at the end, Charlotte beats Ruby in a good match, and then Asuka comes out.
And that was really dope. The way it just kind of her music just hit.
Yep.
Mask him on the screen. Charlotte was like dumbstruck by it.
Did Asuka? Did she say anything, or did she
No,
just
she's
point?
pointed.
She just pointed.
I think she was pointed.
We need a WrestleMania sign
We need to point at one.
for this apartment. Yeah, so we can point at it. Yeah, Asuka came out, so officially, as we've been talking about, she's. I mean, I was reading reports on the internet that it was like WWE was just waiting until they could officially say it was going to be Charlotte, and then Asuka would challenge her.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because it's like you can't do
Can't
it.
spoil it. Or anything.
Yeah, you can't like spoil it. So yeah, it'll be Asuka and Charlotte at WrestleMania in what is going to be an incredible match for the Women's Championship, the SmackDown Women's
Dramatic.
Championship. Huh?
Dramatic. Incredible match.
But the thing is, what are they doing? So how are they going to build this? Because
That's what I was asking you guys. Do you think Charlotte's gonna turn?
I don't think so. I don't think she needs
Are the
to.
2 top matches on SmackDown going to be face versus face?
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with it too,
Yeah.
but it's just an interesting take.
You know I'm okay with that.
Of course.
You know I'm okay with heels and versus heels and faces
You don't care
versus
about all
faces.
that, yeah.
I don't care about that, dude. They just because they're bad guys doesn't mean they need to be friends.
Yeah.
They can beat up each other like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn,
That's
which
fair.
we'll get to. But oh man, I could have segued, but I don't think
Should've
I'm done
saved
with
it.
this conversation. But my question is, how does that work with Asuka being on Raw?
She's not on Raw anymore, right?
I think her last Raw
No,
was-
she's wrestling on
She
Raw
wrestled
Monday.
last night.
She's wrestling this coming Monday too against Bliss.
Bliss, yeah. So it's like, how is she? Well, because she was on SmackDown tonight too.
Maybe this coming Monday is her last Raw. To close the book on Alexa, I'm better than you. Just take it. Goodbye. And then go fight Charlotte.
Yeah.
Because otherwise she looks kind of like a coward to say, I'm not going to fight Alexa. I just want to fight Charlotte.
And they're, like you mentioned earlier, they are burying Alexis.
My God.
Alexa.
So I think maybe Nia gets involved and Asuka rolls her up. She's not going to lose to Alexa.
No.
So
Heavens no.
probably Nia gets involved to set up her match. Asuka wins.
Oh yeah, because Nia went ballistic last night.
Hulk smash.
They had Nia and Alexa talking, and Alexa was
Straight
like,
boom mic just hanging out there.
Well, no, Nia and Alexa were talking.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's like, yeah, you'll do. She was still kind of mean to her
Yeah.
face, but like it was like
It's
a
like the backhanded compliments.
yeah.
Even though you suck, you're gonna do it. Good for you.
Yeah,
It's like,
and then
oh.
she's like, she just wanted her to have her back.
Yeah.
And she, okay,
Yeah.
fine,
Yeah,
cool,
sorry.
great. And then they did I thought that was kind of unique that they had like the hidden camera type of deal.
Because at first, I was watching with Dalton and James and Gentry. We thought that it was like a production error that they had the boom mic still hanging out there, like they might have messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Then they tied it in with the story, and I was like, oh, that was unique. You don't do that usually.
So we saw Alexa and Mickie James talking behind Nia's back, and then Nia. It was kind of weird that it like popped up on the screen because like I mean they were expecting to have the interview, but like Nia was supposed to have a match, so it was like
It was after the match, right?
oh it was after the match.
Yeah, she pinned some jobber in like 5 minutes.
I don't think I paid
less.
attention then.
I'm sure you did.
I don't really care, but yeah, they had that thing going on. Nia saw it, and then Nia went ballistic. So it looks like it is going to be Nia and Bliss,
Yep.
which will be cool. And it should be Nia's coronation.
Hooray.
We hope.
Hopefully she gets 4 more after this too.
We're seeing what?
Hopefully she gets 4 in a row, like Roman Reigns does. How many coronations do you need?
Anoa'i family.
My goodness.
Oh yeah, we can talk about Roman Reigns too because there's a lot going on.
We
with
don't
that.
have to.
We don't have to. What we can talk about though is the 6-pack challenge match that led off. It was the final match until we get to go to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
We get to see WrestleMania, and this was like
It's fun.
one of the only matches that I was actually intrigued about, and it was a fun match.
Besides the Shane crap, I didn't like that very much, but
Really, I thought it was okay.
it seemed kind of lame that he was just getting involved for the sake of it. Like it was not an intentional super kick. It was very obviously not an intentional super kick to his face, and he just had to yank somebody off of somebody else, walk out and stare at him as he's walking out. Like, dude.
We did see AJ Styles defeating John Cena, Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
In this match, like you were talking about, I think Kevin accidentally super kicked Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to hit Sammy. I think.
Oh yeah, he was.
And then Sammy
yeah,
dipped and hit Shane.
because there were a lot of cool. I don't want to say spots necessarily, but like choreography in this
like
match.
moments. Yeah.
Yeah, so like at first I didn't like John Cena doing his AA to everybody,
That was really nonsensical.
but then I liked it. I thought it was
cool.
I thought it was cool.
Because think about it. Is that the last time we're gonna see AJ and Cena 1-on-1?
Could be.
With the age of both of them and the point where they are in their careers, I don't know if we'll see.
I mean,
them again.
unless that's who Cena takes the title off for his 17th,
That's definitely possible.
like
too.
at next year's WrestleMania
Yeah.
main event.
Just I thought maybe that was why they did it, was because
should've
that's the
done
last
that for a
that's the last
finisher.
time we could see that happen.
Yeah, we'll get to
their
John
series.
Cena.
Yeah, we will.
We will.
Yeah, we will.
It's, like I was saying, there were a lot of really cool choreography for this match. We had the John Cena thing, and then we had Kevin and Sammy playing off of their story of Sammy saying that he'll lay down for Kevin, and then he does, and then he goes to attack him anyways. Like, that was cool.
Yeah, that was strange, but good.
I thought it was cool. I thought the finish was hot. I thought that was a good finish.
It was the forearm, right?
It was Kevin Owens powerbombed Cena. Cena rolls out.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, I guess, AJ phenomenal forearm pins him. That was the finish we were all expecting to see.
Yes. Dolph darn near won it too when he crawled onto Sammy. I think it was. Gosh.
Did Baron Corbin do anything of?
He did not do a lot.
I was
Not
gonna
really.
say anything of note because I don't remember that.
I think he hit a cool deep six, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, he did. I remember that.
That sounds familiar. Maybe on Cena.
It sounds
On
familiar.
Cena or Kevin, one of the big guys.
I thought it was Dolph.
I thought it was a big guy. I don't know.
I don't know.
Baron
but
did not have a big
One of my
impact.
favorite parts of the match was when everyone beat the crap out of John Cena.
That was great. It was like old Nexus style.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like, I'm tired of
Shout out
your
to Nexus.
crap, Cena.
Shout out to the Nexus. One of the
I
most.
remember.
I remember.
Who's left? Who's left? Darren Young and Daniel Bryan.
Darren Young's not even there anymore.
And then Otunga's an announcer or whatever he's doing now.
Yeah.
Oh no, Darren Young got fired, didn't he?
Wait,
Who?
I think Darren Young got fired.
Darren Young got fired with
Yeah.
Summer Rae.
Yeah, so it's just
And
Otunga.
Emma. Yeah.
Because Ryback got fired.
And Daniel Bryan. And
So it's
CM Punk's going.
Wade Barrett got fired.
Wade
when
Barrett's
did
going.
when did Heath Slater come in?
Oh, Heath
Oh, yeah,
was
Heath
part of
Slater.
it. So it's Heath, Daniel, and Otunga.
Dang.
Legendary.
But yeah, cool showing by mostly everybody in there. Baron Corbin.
Sorry, Baron.
Yeah, sorry, Baron.
He wasn't even on the show tonight. Damn.
But we did see we are getting AJ Styles and Nakamura for sure. I really was like,
Snickers Nakamura.
I was, I don't get it. Wait,
Have you not seen it?
no.
It's like the match card, like on like the graphic, and that's sponsored by Snickers. So it's Shinsuke and then Snickers Nakamura because the sponsor's right there. And
was-
Nakamura even tweeted it out like,
I saw the
am
tweet.
Snickers.
I saw the tweet and I was like, but okay, whatever.
Just
fine.
a poorly placed advertisement, I guess.
But I was really thinking, I was like, you know what? A WWE would definitely do a Cena versus AJ Styles versus Nakamura, and then have Cena win.
right.
Or something. What?
That'd be the ultimate Vince move to have Cena get the record while beating both of the Japan indie darlings. God, that'd be incredible.
Yep. I was like, when they put John Cena in that match, I was like, I know that they're just gonna build up to Taker with using this match, and then I feel like they were also doing that to sell Fastlane because, I mean, other than that, like,
It would have been even more predictable if Cena
Right.
hadn't been involved.
right. Well, not even that. It's just like, what else was really like viable for that match?
I don't know.
Nothing really. Hardly nothing. But with John Cena losing that match, he went on Raw the next night and was saying, you know, his road to WrestleMania is done.
He's kind of bipolar with that because he keeps saying he's done and he's not done.
He gets back into it.
He
but-
drinks a beer and he's like, okay, I'm gonna try again.
But last night was one of my favorite Cena promos
God dang.
of his career.
Probably, honestly, it was unique.
You got to
Wasn't
watch
too
it,
long.
right?
Yeah, I watched it this afternoon.
This
Or
afternoon?
This
This morning?
It's really good.
So good. There were so many aspects to it, and it felt like for the first time in a while he was so into it and
Yeah.
so passionate.
You can tell
about
he's
it.
been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah, and it was like one of those. I didn't necessarily like the whole like breaking the fourth wall thing. Like, I'm gonna I'm gonna say what I can't say. Like, if I can't say it, then they'll cut off my mic and all that stuff.
Everything's a shoot going into WrestleMania, apparently.
yeah. But man, was that hot.
With the fan in the crowd.
Went out in that fan in the crowd was perfect too.
Imagine sharing a beer with John Cena on live TV.
And it was so
Unscripted.
funny. And the chants that he did, John Cena did
Let's
for
go,
everyone.
Roman.
Let's go, Roman. Did you see the guy with the beer?
No.
He's like, oh no. And like shook his head. It was really funny.
He went straight after the neck beard with the beer and was like, okay, I'm going to chant for Roman and see what
Right.
he does. Perfect.
Incredible promo. Calls out the Undertaker. And Nick, it looks like your philosophy is coming true.
If you predict it every year, then eventually it's going to come true, right? So here we go.
Right.
We're going to get the Biker Taker again, I think, this year.
And some of your evidence was
We got the fact that he mentioned Michelle McCool in the Instagram by name. That's never been done before. No one mentions his personal life ever. The fact
he's
that
the dead man.
The fact that he said, what was the quote about coming back to life?
hope you're still alive.
Hope
or
you're
something
still
like that,
alive.
I think.
Not dead man anymore.
Yeah.
Kid Rock going to the Hall of Fame. He's featured in the video package with his song. So I think all that. I think Kid Rock's gonna go in the Hall of Fame. Taker might induct him, and then Kid Rock will also
Who else would induct
play him
Kid
to the
Rock?
ring. Yeah. So for Taker to induct him, he has to be out of
Biker Taker.
character.
And he could say, "Oh, you know, this made my American Bad Ass character."
Yeah.
Which
Have you guys seen the workout videos? Dude, he looks pretty good.
And I love
for
I
The
love the
Undertaker?
dead giveaway. He dyed his beard dark again, so he's 100% coming back, whether it's the badass or not. So, yeah, he's looking good though. He's looking really nice.
yeah, but they say that every year. and
but
then
this
we
time
have a
for
Yeah,
real.
but
match.
for him to be squatting like that with
Yeah.
he used to have bad hips.
Yeah.
So it shows that his hips are replaced and they are well.
I want to say that there was question last year whether he was fully healthy with that hip going into the match. So I think now is the time. Because at 30 he had the concussion during the match. It was a whole mess. 31 was Bray Wyatt, bad match anyways. 32 was Shane, Hell in a Cell, bad match anyways. And then this past one against Roman.
The spot.
It was a cool spot.
It was a cool
but
spot.
the match was never going to be a masterpiece anyways. So I think this is his chance. Because remember that series with Brock in 2015? At SummerSlam and at Hell in a Cell, and those are good matches. He still has it in him for sure. He just has to be at full
The one
100%
where
strength
Brock and
with a good
Undertaker look
partner.
at each other.
Yeah, exactly. Those were good matches.
And let's be completely fair. I like Roman. He's not John Cena in the ring.
no.
John Cena
No
in
one's
the
John
ring.
Cena
I
in
was
the
gonna
ring.
say, like as much flack as John Cena gets, and Cena sucks, and you can't wrestle. All those chants he's gotten over the years, Cena's getting better. Like
Yeah.
he's like fine wine, dude. He like gets better with age.
I want to say like 2010 or 11. He just turned it up, and now it's like we went from having like semi-annual good matches to like every single match is a classic.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I think it's a lot of the indie influence.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
You
that
gotta
match,
adapt.
the
You have
matches
to-
that he's
to
had
survive.
with AJ,
Yeah.
those were Japanese matches.
Yeah.
Like through and through. Those
when
were
the top
Japanese
guys are
matches.
Punk, AJ, Daniel Bryan, all that, you have to adapt to their style or you're not
Right.
going to survive.
And because I mean, John Cena is the epitome of sports entertainment.
Yes.
He really is. Literally, him and The Rock are
Mm-hmm.
the sports entertainers. But Undertaker's old fashioned, and John Cena is gonna put on a great match with him. And like, because I've been very on the fence about this match. Like, as much as I want to see Cena and Undertaker, like, Taker's old. You know what I mean? And I think they are going, like what you were saying earlier, like play into the fact that he's old.
Yeah, like just embrace it and make it
Mm-hmm.
part of the story. And I think another sign for pointing to the Biker Taker. Do you guys remember there was a backstage segment after Cena debuted against Angle and he lost? He was talking to whatever all the legends backstage at SmackDown, and then Taker comes up, shakes his hand, says, "What's your name, kid?" And he's Biker Taker back then. So I think it'd be a cool full circle moment to have Cena the legend versus old Taker after having young Cena versus witnessing young Taker back then. Be a great way to tie it all together.
You know, the only thing I didn't really like about that promo, him calling Taker's ego into
That was
question.
awesome.
I mean, I liked the veracity and the way that he said it.
I think that was part of the humanizing him, like I was saying. Like
nobody's-
no one says that to Taker.
Yeah.
Like the last year was all about the yard and about this and that. Your time's up, blah blah. This year it's like you are a human. You are not a dead man. Show me who you are now. Let's go. So I appreciate it. I think it was okay.
And we were questioning, because like I saw your text messages in the group chat like lighting up, and I thought that like maybe you were watching the TV and you'd be a couple of like seconds, maybe like 30 seconds ahead of me, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh no, what if he turns heel and like Nick is just blowing up? So I didn't read all those messages.
Yeah.
That was a thing that like maybe
I think that they're gonna toe the line, both of them, because they're both these legends that have not really face or heel. They're just
They don't have to be
they're
face
just,
or heel.
like you were saying,
They're
they
just
both
legends.
epitomize sports entertainment.
they're legends.
Yeah. And another ambiguous match for the Mania card to not have a clear heel or face.
Dude, if you're gonna turn Cena heel, who else?
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah.
Would do? And I said that last year. That I said the same exact thing with Roman. Like, if you're gonna turn him heel, dude, do it against
It's
the
like,
Undertaker.
I do not want Taker to lose again, personally, but I think that would be the actual takeoff point for a Cena heel turn.
Was it with you guys or was it on Instagram where I saw it was like career versus career, like match?
Do Cena and Taker like
Yeah.
that? Oh my gosh,
That'd be
that'd be
cool.
awesome.
That'd be cool.
But even if you didn't have that stip, you could have Cena lose and then just get ridiculously angry about it and just start going on a tear about how he's not washed up, he's not over the hill, and then go heel and beat AJ for the title.
I don't think Taker
I don't think Taker's
wants to
gonna
win his last
no,
match.
I don't think
No.
so either. But does he want to lose 3 in a row, or not 3 in a row, but 2 plus that 1?
And then this would be a situation. I'm wondering if they do go with the Taker or the Biker Taker, if they could actually have a send off like with him giving a speech, because like
Yeah.
he can't really give a I gave my life to this business
It'd take forever
speech.
as the dead man because he breathes
Yeah.
between each
Right.
statement.
And he like kind of tried it at Raw 25, but like that was a weird.
I think that was the retirement of the dead man. That was the way I
Yeah.
perceived it. Was all his old enemies rest in peace. Now I do too.
Or we could totally be looking into this way too deep.
Or you could come up with the dead man next week on Raw and we're
Yeah.
gonna eat our words.
Probably.
More than likely.
Yeah, I just and another question that's been asked online that I've been watching is like if Cena, because like I think if Taker is in this match, which it seems like he will be, and he will lose because he is the old-fashioned type, do you think that'll tarnish his WrestleMania like record any more than it kind of already has been?
What is he now? 23-2, 20.
20.
Because he's 21-1 when he lost. When he beat Bray and he beat
Yeah.
Shane. So 23-2. It's already not like a cool record, anyways. I don't think it'll tarnish anything. 23-3 still sounds cool, anyways. Whatever.
Sounds cool.
It sounds nice.
Yeah.
Like 21-1 did.
I don't know. I want it.
I don't want to know. Like I want to be able to watch the match and not know what's gonna happen. So why not?
That's true.
It'll be great.
It'll be cool. It'll be cool. We'll see what happens. I should pull up my notes before I just try to talk about random stuff. I don't even know where to go from that.
We should have said that for last.
What? We should have definitely saved
Now we
that for
can-
last.
Nothing else matters. Let's
Nothing
just
else
quit.
matters. Just shut off the podcast now. There were some other stuff that happened on Raw that was kind of weird. We can talk about it with Roman Reigns. It was another situation with Brock. I guess this kind of ties in from. We can segue that because
You can
Roman and
try.
Brock both beat them, and so Drake Maverick. We always watch 205 Live in here.
With no
man, he
sound.
looks good. We got to stop watching it. Roman and Brock we're supposed to square off last week. They didn't. They were supposed to square off again this week. Brock apparently no-showed both shows. Definitely some air quotes around that one. And they even had the deal with Brock defending his title against The Miz for like 5 seconds or something like that, and the crowd booed him. So it looks like they are going to try to go heel Brock, face Roman. Roman's this martyr that, you know, is going anti-authority because, and he said, like I was telling Nick. Did you read any of our messages back and
Yeah.
forth?
I wish we hadn't
Okay.
discussed this already because that was a good discussion.
That was a
honestly,
really
on
good
this,
discussion.
but
We can kind of rehash it
Yeah,
a little
we
bit,
can.
but I was telling him, I was like, you know, I liked the storyline until he became this anti-authority, like, martyr again, just because it's
like a tattletale. It was such a bizarre way for him to go about it. It was, he's never here. Why don't you suspend him or fire him? It's not fair. Where has that been this entire year that he's been champion? Why don't you mention it a year ago?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
He's
It's
never
like-
been here.
Yeah. Because he's already been in matches with Brock. Like,
Yeah.
he was in that
He
five-way.
never brought it up then. Why do you got to bring it up now? He's just being like a sore whiner.
And like I said, I liked the storyline going into it. Like,
You did.
yeah, dude.
You did.
Be like, no, it makes total sense. Like, yeah, be mad that he's not here. Like, yeah, if you want to put Brock over as this, he doesn't care. Like, he's just this lethargic champion. Like, that's totally fine with me. I can't honestly think of another story to tell.
I like it, but it's such a cheap way to get Roman cheered universally that I don't. It just kind of bothers me.
I mean, it's not working.
Yeah, it's definitely not working.
It's not working.
It's a cheap
I don't
attempt
think
at getting
there's
him cheered.
anything that will be able to have Roman be cheered. Like
No.
they've
Nothing
tried
at this
and
point.
tried.
Everything they can.
The
Nothing.
closest they got was with the Shield reunion, and then it just petered off because they
Didn't
just
do anything with
Yeah,
it.
they only
Because
had
all the
that.
injuries and whatnot too.
Yeah, that's true. And the
sickness and the
sickness. Regardless, I know that it'll be a good match.
Yes.
I know that
No
it'll
doubt.
be a good match.
It was a good match at 31 when they had that before Seth cashed in. Great match. Blood, violent, stiff, really good.
And you know it's going to be stiff.
Oh yeah.
Especially because they are really putting over Brock as the UFC guy now. They
Yeah.
name dropped Vince McMahon, name dropped like whether he's out in the ring or in the cage. They've mentioned, or Roman mentioned him going out with Dana White. They're adding back the like the way that Paul Heyman announces him, like he announces him like he's in the UFC again. So they're really name dropping that. So I feel like this is going to be like one of the stiffest matches that Brock has had in a while. So I know it's going to be a good match. I wish they wouldn't go down this road, this alleyway.
Yeah.
So Roman is officially suspended.
And they didn't even try with that. Like on the official website, it was Roman Reigns, the big dog, is suspended, but he will still have his match against the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Like it would have been cool if they used like their actual shoot names and like avoided all the gimmicks and all that.
Isn't Roman's name really weird in real
It's
life?
like it's Joe Anoa'i. I think. He's like actually Samoa Joe in real life.
I don't think his last name is the Anoa'i.
Yeah, it is.
Though. Is it? I
Yeah.
thought it was some weird like.
Well, I think of his old FCW name. Like it was like Leaki. What's his old name?
Oh, his name is Leati Joseph Anoa'i.
That's what
Okay.
it is. Yeah, Leati.
Leati.
And he was Leaki in FCW.
Yeah, they had Roman doing the martyr thing, going into Vince's office, like went back into the...
They tried to force the shoot again, where he's he's going backstage to Vince with the production, and they put Shane next to him, even though Shane has no say in production. It's supposed to be Triple H sitting next to him in real life. If it was an actual shoot.
We had to see his sweaty body on Monday and Tuesday.
And Shane tried to get involved, and Roman's like, "No, stop,
no."
And he just whatever.
Yeah. And then this begs the question of what in the world is going to main event WrestleMania this year?
It's gonna be like 3 options, I think.
There really is a
Whether it's
ton
Ronda,
of options.
Cena, or Roman.
I mean, AJ and Nakamura is
I don't
also
think
a
it's gonna
good.
main event.
That should main event.
I don't think it will.
Because as much of a good match as Roman and Brock is going to be, and we know it's going to be another sour no if they put Roman. They do not need to put Roman on the final match again for the 4th year in a row, because it is just going to sour this WrestleMania moment. And as good of a WrestleMania, or as good of a pay-per-view can be, it can, the entire pay-per-view can be soured by the main event.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It can be soured, or it can be, remembered in a good light. And so they should have that second to last.
Or just like second or third. With
It'll be
a
third to
filler
last,
between.
and then a slow burn kind of match,
Yeah.
and then
Probably
pick
like
them
the
up.
women's battle royal, probably between
Or
them
whatever
and,
Kevin and Sammy are doing, whatever
Yeah.
that is, that could be there. Yeah, it's just, and I think they would be way better off with AJ and Nakamura. I asked you guys this earlier if you had seen their Wrestle Kingdom 10 match was so good.
All right, I'm sure it was.
So good.
Doesn't matter.
So good.
Gotta have sports entertainment as the main event, not just wrestling.
I know they will, because it is going to pull in the casual fans. Because we were all wondering why Ronda wasn't on Raw, and then she was on Ellen this morning.
She did a great job on Ellen.
She did a good job. She's going to pull in a lot of those casual fans. She'll probably pull a lot of women in, too.
She did a great job because Ellen tried the old, is wrestling real or not? And she did a great job of explaining it to Ellen as it's predetermined, but it's real. Like the slap, she got slapped by Stephanie straight up. That was a real slap.
Heck yeah, that was there was a lot of meat to that slap.
It's just a choreographed fight is what she was trying to
Can
explain.
you give me a rundown of what happened on the Ellen show?
It was like the cheap question like that, and then she asked her, what's the difference between UFC and wrestling? She explained that. She asked her if she's ever going to go back to fighting. She said, it's about as likely as me going back into judo at the Olympics, which is a subtle way of saying, no, I'm not going to do it. And that was really it. And then she plugged her previous appearance on Ellen. And then she was WWE superstar Ronda Rousey. That was it. She wasn't a superstar and MMA fighter. It was just wrestler. And then she said goodbye.
Did she put over the women's,
No.
Is it Revolution
She
or
has put herself
Evolution
over.
now?
Evolution.
Evolution?
But she just put herself... She didn't even talk about Angle or Triple H or Stephanie. None of that. It was just
her?
Just her taking the jump to wrestling.
Ellen tried Ronda's mug face.
Yeah, that was the funny end, like to finish the segment was teaching her how to do the death stare.
I love Ellen DeGeneres.
You gotta lower your eyebrow and you look angry.
Ellen's hilarious.
Ellen had a stroke trying to do it.
I love Ellen DeGeneres.
She had a rough time trying to do the angry face.
You know who else is having a rough time?
I don't know. What's
Jeff
the segue?
Hardy.
Oh my gosh. He's been having a rough time for 4 years. He's been having a rough time for a long time.
Yeah, he's been doing very, very well.
He is doing really good.
So in case you haven't heard, Jeff Hardy was arrested again, this time for DUI, DWI, one of those things. He was driving. He crashed his car. 0.25, I believe.
3 times the legal limit? More than 3 times the legal limit?
A little bit more than 3 times the legal limit. Not a good look for Jeff Hardy, especially because I was actually just a few weeks ago watching some of these interviews with him talking about his sobriety and after the Victory Road thing in TNA with Sting.
I remember that.
He realized, because Sting was his idol. I didn't realize that, but Sting was his number one idol.
Yeah.
and he just went off the rails, and you know what I mean. He respected Sting for everything he did in that match, like calling it off.
Yeah,
he was mad, but
Sting was
he was livid.
Mad.
And it looked like Jeff Hardy was doing really, really well for himself, like staying out of the rough life that he had previously led. It looked like he was going to make an awesome appearance at whatever the
brother Nero.
Ultimate Deletion is.
There's still a possibility.
There's still a possibility. We were talking about this because Jey Uso.
He did not get suspended, did he?
No.
As far as we know, he wasn't suspended.
As far as we know.
But then again, Jeff has a history, and Jeff blew a 2.25, so we don't know. We have no idea.
And at this point, it's like Matt Hardy can do it on his own.
Yeah, clearly.
You know what I mean? It's not like something that we need the Hardy Boys together again.
Not in the slightest.
Especially since we are getting the rest of Matt's broken family.
Yeah. That was exciting.
That is exciting. But it's like, it scares me because like I feel like if they decide to not go with Jeff Hardy, then he's just gonna go on a. Like, it scares me as a person because
I don't think he'll do that. I think that they might put him on the back burner and like save him for like a redemption storyline somewhere down the line. Because I'm sure, yeah. Because like I'm sure deep down Vince is stoked because like low key excited because TNA did a really long redemption storyline for him after he had that Victory Road accident with Sting. So I bet Vince is like salivating, like, oh, this sucks, but God, we can bring him back in a few months.
Do you think Vince says, oh, this sucks?
I think Vince is a carny, and he sees money in failure like that.
Yeah, he always sees money in failure and in heartbreak and tragedy.
Yes.
He sees dollar signs.
He sees huge ones.
But yeah, we'll see what happens with that because we were thinking that was going to come into play at WrestleMania or if it was going to.
I don't know what's happening now anymore with Bray and Matt and
I don't know
all that. No idea.
I think though it makes me excited because it's actually a step into Matt Hardy and the Woken character.
Yes, finally.
Because he's not
besides him sitting in that random white room and laughing.
He's not just a character in WWE anymore. He is, this full-on Woken entity.
Yeah.
And he's actually going to have the compound and all that stuff. It'd be cool to see him and Bray team up. It's the whole thing is next week?
Ultimate Deletion is next week, so I don't know where they're going to go after that, if they're even going to get booked at Mania.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. What's on my notes, bub? Oh yeah, the Fumbar. Stop. The Fabulous Moolah is getting once again acclaimed by WWE and getting her own Memorial Battle Royal. Are they still doing the Andre then?
They have not said anything about it. There's a shocking number of men that are not booked for the show yet, so I'm sure they're going to have something.
And especially with the documentary for Andre the Giant coming out on HBO, it'd be stupid.
Yeah.
But we talked about this Battle Memorial Royal earlier. Did we say that Fabulous Moolah might be one of the choices? Because I remember we were talking about China.
I think we did mention that. Yeah, I think somebody did.
It's disgusting.
At this point, I'm not even calling it that. I'm just calling it the Women's Battle Royal. There's no. I don't want to acknowledge her.
And part of
being a part of it.
Part of me wonders because they had all those women interviews. Even tonight.
God, it's disgusting.
Who is saying she's the current, or she's the modern Fabulous Moolah? Who was saying that tonight?
Carmella, because she makes money. And I hated when they had Natalya in that video package talking so nice about her. Natalya was raised in wrestling. She knows what Moolah did. I'm sure she was warned about it.
On Instagram and Twitter was like, "Oh, Fabulous Moolah was such a great woman."
I guarantee her family warned her about not getting involved in that kind of a scene in wrestling. I'm sure of it. And now she's praising like she's this goddess.
Well, I was gonna ask. That begs the question: how scripted some of those lines were? Because I'm sure that you know what I mean. There is some influence because you know what I mean. Women's wrestling was unheard of back then.
You can't ignore the actual accomplishments of her.
But for them,
you have to acknowledge
for them to talk about empowering women and Fabulous Moolah in the same sentence.
Do we want to have like a summary for the listeners, or do we just want to keep it ambiguous like this?
I mean, there's
just Google Fabulous Moolah and Sweet Georgia Brown. Very simple.
I was gonna say basically sex trafficking and financial exploitation.
Yes.
Very disgusting loophole or very disgusting rabbit hole to go down to. And it shows every industry has their dark sides.
Especially one founded in the carny side of business.
Yep. Disgusting. And I'm upset that WWE went down that path because there are many other viable choices.
There are some news outlets picking up that fans are not happy about it. That with Moolah getting
a lot of tweets.
Yeah, a lot of tweets. There's a couple of articles. Forbes picked it up. I think that I'm not saying they might change it. They might not. I don't know.
I don't know if they would.
They probably could.
I'm not saying
it'd
they
be like
would.
one of those things where they just like throw it under the rug and then just switch it like really quick.
Yeah, like just whoops, sorry, boom.
I would say that if they had only announced it, but they have a video package for
They'll
it.
just make another. They'll just make another
They
one.
can make another one on the fly. They're amazing at that.
Yeah, but it's like it's so ingrained in our brains now.
I think the right news outlet has to pick it up for it to happen.
Like Forbes is a pretty good one to pick it up.
Yeah, but it was like a blogger from Forbes, not like Forbes
was it?
itself. Yeah.
Oh.
Slightly different.
Yeah, not excited to see it, but you know what I am
Match could be
excited.
good. Wait, hang on. Say this real quick before you do that.
Try to do a bad segue.
What do you guys think that this match means for Bayley and Sasha? Does this mean we're not going to get the singles match that we expected? Are they going to be tossed in a random battle royal?
There's still there's 6 hours, 7 hours of content to fill up. So,
but I have a bad feeling that they're just going to toss them in,
I hope
and then
not.
have them be the final two. I had this morning. I thought about that. I was like, oh god, dang it!
I was gonna say unless they do like the actual turn at the battle royal.
God, if they drag this out even longer, I'm gonna be livid.
And then do it at SummerSlam or something like that.
Yeah, I guess that'd be fine.
I mean, it'd
at the time
be better at WrestleMania.
It should be at
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
It's a WrestleMania feud.
And I wanted that to be for the title.
Gosh,
Women's Championship. Are they turning Bayley heel?
she's upset.
She's sad. She's a sad
she's
girl.
She's a teenage girl.
Yes.
At
Going
least
through changes.
At least she was getting wins in the matches that she was in.
Yeah.
But
This
man,
is
they
what
gotta,
she's needed.
they gotta
all
pull
along.
the trigger if they're doing this soon.
I bet you guys are right, and they're gonna save it for Mania because Vince loves his moments, Mania moments. Have Sasha turn at Mania, toss her out, and then just beat the crap out of her, brutalize her.
I don't know.
I mean, Sasha's
It's
gonna
something.
win it
Yep.
I don't know.
since she didn't get to win the Rumble because of Asuka.
Yeah.
Wait, you were saying there are NXT girls coming up.
That
Do
was
we have a
announced.
confirmed list of girls that are in it?
I think everyone's eligible. I don't know if everyone's in it.
Probably, what's her name? Peyton Royce
For sure,
and-
the iconic duo and Ember, Kairi Sane.
The two girls who should win it are either Becky Lynch or Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross would be awesome.
It'd be an awesome win for her.
'Cause they had Killian Dane in the last Andre the Giant battle royal.
He was top 3, I
amazing
think.
showing. He had a
He was
great
top
showing.
3, wasn't he?
Yeah. Even then, he had good spots, everything.
Oh yeah, he was.
I think
he's
it'd be
awesome.
great to have Nikki in that.
He's awesome. I'm not even saying just to be in it, but win it.
Win the whole thing. Why
Yeah,
not?
bring her up too.
Why not?
Why not? I mean, there's not really a whole lot with the women's. She's not doing anything on NXT TV right now, as far as I know. Maybe that's why. We'll say,
We shall see.
Nikki boy, Nikki my boy. Do you have a question?
We haven't talked about Braun Strowman yet. In the main event of
Oh
Raw.
man, we didn't. Oh my gosh, look at me. I told you we had a lot to talk about this week, and I was gonna forget all of it. Yeah, we were all wondering what in the world is Braun Strowman gonna be doing at WrestleMania, and he kind of answered our questions. He said that he was going to pave his own way. I thought that was kind of a cool progression from the John Cena promo, because he's like, I'm not going to sit here and beg and like
my way.
wait for my moment to come. I'm going to make my moment. I'm going to pave my way for the moment. And they had this cluster match to see who the Bar would be facing, and a lot of news outlets were saying that like if the Bar do defend their championships, it's against a team that hasn't formed yet or it doesn't exist yet. And so they had this giant battle royal between the teams, and then as soon as they're about to start, Braun! And he's just yelling at the ref like, ring the bell!
Did you like that? Did you like that? Him winning the...
It's cool.
He buried all those... I don't want to say buried, but he threw all those teams out on his own. He's bigger than the entire division.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be.
But do you think Kurt will assign a tag team partner?
Hear me out. I think I'm seeing 4 routes for this. 2 of them are kind of swerves that won't happen, and 2 of them are likely. The swerves, I could see the Mysterio deal getting done. Mysterio and Braun, cool, small, big. or us like a low key James Ellsworth gets back on the show. Ellsworth and Braun would be hilarious and awesome. Mm-hmm. Or more likely, he gets assigned Elias to be his partner, and he just drags his corpse to the ring with him, and then wins the matches for him. Or it's just Braun versus the Bar. Because this is cool closure on the whole Bar throwing him into the dumpster thing from a long time ago. TLC. This is a cool way to wrap that up. But I don't want to see him win the titles by himself.
That'd be funny. I was also thinking like a low-key comedy team between Braun and a small person.
Yeah, which is
but I also don't want to take away... Because Braun's a comedic, cartoonish character, but he's still awesome.
Another one I was thinking was, this is a long shot, probably longer than Ray or Ellsworth, but Neville would be amazing. Because then you have the serious small guy with the serious big guy.
That'd be cool.
And he could do the whole shooting star or whatever off his shoulders. It'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be a dope spot.
That'd be incredible.
I wonder if they are going to bring Neville back.
I don't know. Just an idea.
Unless they have him...
He would get his spot on the main roster like he wanted.
Or unless they have him... Match. I was going to say, unless they have him win the armbar. Stop. Yeah, but... see, I like it. I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. But then I think, well, what else are they going to do with Braun? Like, he has to be at WrestleMania this year and not in the freaking pre-show Battle Royal anymore like he was. I'm still heating him up. He should have at least won it. Pre-show. But he's got to be on the card. It'd be a shame if he wasn't. And so it makes me happy that they are going to have him on the card, but it's just like...
I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing him just mow through people just for fun. I want to see like an actual story. I do like him being this like this entity, like kind of the way Kane used to be, where he would just come to the ring and just dominate. He doesn't need the championship or anything to be relevant. But also, I'm tired of him making everyone else irrelevant in the process. I don't like that very much.
You act like WWE knows how to book a good storyline the most of the times.
Just overbook somebody to the point of death, and then
basically,
boom, you got him. He's
Nick
over.
Books the shows because he predicts everything on SmackDown.
I do predict SmackDown a lot.
You do. That is true.
Why. I am Road Dogg.
You are Road Dogg.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Yes. It was on Renee Young's Instagram. She's like talking to people backstage, like outside of kayfabe, and she talks to Road Dogg, and he's like, "Okay, I gotta go." And he's like, "Oh, sorry, Renee, I gotta go kill SmackDown. Bye."
it was hilarious.
And he went into the production room and closed the door.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
He's so self-aware of the people that don't like him.
He's so self-aware.
Well, it's obvious that he's not the one doing it himself. He doesn't have the final say. He doesn't make every decision. It was a good tongue-in-cheek. I'm gonna kill it by
Vincey, my boy. Am I forgetting anything else?
I hope so.
You hope so? Hey, we're going to have a lot to talk about on this road to WrestleMania.
Right.
Do you have a question?
I can use the one we talked about before.
What one?
It's kind of weak. Let's
one?
do it. Top 3 tag teams of all time.
Do you have a top 3?
I have a top 1 for sure, Edge and Christian.
Of course.
When I started watching, that was the PGDX, which I enjoyed as a teenager. But also, DX as a whole from start to finish was awesome. Mm. And then... third one. It's tough. A third. You guys come back to me.
Okay, I'll go. I already told you guys earlier, but my top 3 tag teams, without a doubt, has to be Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys. They are
WrestleMania X7. Nice.
No, they are. Those 3 teams are honestly the reason why I got into wrestling. Because I saw the Survivor Series 2002 match, Hardy Boys, and Jeff Hardy, and then the Dudleys, and then 3 Minute Warning and Rico, and then I saw that there was this TLC match, WrestleMania X7. So it's just, man, they have so much good chemistry together, and it's like the best time ever for tag teams.
All right, I got a third, and I'm mad I hadn't even thought of it, but New Day, of course, incredible, Trailblazers for sure. I mean, the way that they re-energized what it means to be a tag team now. They broke records. They made themselves the way they are, and I'm including them. I guess I should include the Shield, but I'm not gonna, because they were more of a 3-man than a tag team, anyways. Yeah. There we go.
Fair enough. Damien?
Nick's not gonna like this because he hates Randy, but Rated RKO.
Disgusting.
Two of my
Interesting.
favorites of all
That's
time.
kinda interesting.
Disgusting.
The Edge.
The Edge
The
and
Edge.
Randall.
Randall.
Like Nick said, I loved DX back in the day. Like
course.
all the dumb, poop jokes and
Yeah.
because that was funny when I was
Yeah, it
in
was
junior high. It was
hilarious.
hilarious.
Vince loves
And-
chickens. Nice.
And then I'm not sure on the third one. It'd probably have to be Edge and Christian or Matt and Jeff. Probably a tie between those two.
That's fair. Those are fair choices. We're gonna wrap this up, which means we're gonna end this with our finishers. Damien?
So we
Grabs
haven't
his
really
phone.
talked about NXT Takeover New Orleans, but we should because that's
yeah.
going to be very important in the
bring that up.
weekend of WrestleMania, New
Very much.
Orleans.
New Orleans.
But I am excited for the NXT North American Championship.
Yes.
Right now that's been announced. EC3.
Yeah.
What's his name? Killian Dane.
Killian Dane.
Adam Cole, Ricochet, Lars Sullivan, and Velveteen Dream in a ladder match
dang,
for
what a
that.
match. The new
that
North
is-
American.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna be.
Forgot to talk
It's gonna
about
be a great match, and all of those guys are good. I wanted to see Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream.
Mhm.
I mean Adam Cole and
Ricochet and Velveteen
and-
Dream. Oh,
Golly.
all of those guys. And I just feel like they're gonna tear the house down. Besides the title match, and that's what's his name?
Black and
Black
Almas.
and Almas.
that whole card just makes me involuntarily.
It's like I was saying,
moan.
it's the dessert before the meal, honestly, because you have Takeover is going to be incredible, and you have, of course, WrestleMania is going to be amazing.
Do you guys have any predictions on who's gonna win that?
Velveteen.
Velveteen.
I think he's winning.
I think we've got AC3 winning it.
I'm gonna go with Ricochet. That's who I wanted to see win it.
I don't.
But
want,
I think it'd be too soon for Ricochet.
I got
but
Ricochet
I was
going
gonna
to
say I don't want
205.
any of the guys that just came in.
That's how NXT works. They bring guys that just came in, they would give them the championship. Rude and Finn Balor and Samoa Joe.
Well, I didn't
and
watch NXT back
McIntyre.
then.
Oh yeah, all those guys
Well,
debut
McIntyre.
title match, win it. Bang bang bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yes.
I think Velveteen Dream deserves it.
Mm.
That's my opinion.
or
I
he,
but I love him.
Or
I
he
agree.
deserves to come up to the main roster. Or do you think it's too
No,
soon?
I want him to stay in NXT because I don't want the main roster to ruin him.
Or if he goes to SmackDown, if Trips is doing more of
like
SmackDown.
my finisher 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
Is Dream 205 or not? I'm sure he is. He's
Probably.
pretty small.
Yeah.
Hey, that purple belt would look pretty snazzy on
would
him, you
look
know.
really good with him. Purple Rainmaker.
Oh my goodness.
Nick,
Yeah.
what's your finisher, bub? You got one?
Similar to Damien's with the whole new title thing, but not North American. I'm looking at the UK title because we're talking about Rusev needs stuff to do. UK Championship.
Ooh,
I'd like to see that title kind of just like the literal Universal Championship where it's on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205, whatever, just any show, YouTube, Facebook, whatever.
YouTube.
That'd be a great way to have it. Just any show, not the hardcore rules necessarily, but just the same eligibility. Anyone can fight for it at any time. That way, the guys who aren't doing anything can have a chance, whether it's on Instagram Live or whatever. Just a way to make them have stuff to do, be relevant, and still kind of be exposed to the audience.
I like it.
Thanks.
My finisher is going to involve WrestleMania, and this
Nice.
may
up.
be a bold prediction, but I think that
Use your hot takes.
I think that this WrestleMania is going to be the second best WrestleMania of all time.
Is that biased?
No,
No.
it's not biased. I
Right.
honestly believe, because there are a lot of cool things that are happening. With AJ and Nakamura, obviously going to tear the house down. John Cena, Undertaker, with this past promo, and I'm sure next future stuff is going to be cool with them. That's going to be awesome. Seeing Ronda Rousey, that'll be in a wrestling match. That'll be cool.
Triple H and Kurt Angle.
Kurt
My
Angle in an
gosh.
actual match again.
Yes.
Cool. Brock and Roman's gonna be good. Whatever happens with Kevin and Sammy, hopefully that stays a single match because awesome match.
Did you see what I was saying in the
Charlotte and
in the
Asuka.
group chat? I'd like to see Daniel and Shane team up.
Oh yeah.
Daniel realizes that this is too far. It'd be interesting.
I mean, if Daniel Bryan comes back,
Yeah.
awesome.
Can you imagine?
Charlotte and
I'll cry.
Asuka,
Awesome.
awesome. Whatever they're doing with the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, I'm sure it's going to be awesome. Like,
We got those teams involved? Absolutely.
Oh, the triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship?
triple threat
Awesome.
for the Intercontinental Championship.
United States Championship, Jinder Mahal? Oh, sorry. Hang on.
You have to have a lull.
Back up.
You have to have a lull in the show.
You have to have a bathroom break.
At least I didn't say the best,
Well, you have
because
Nia
nothing will be
and,
X7.
Alexa Bliss.
Ah,
Bathroom break.
Awesome.
True.
No.
I'm
it's
looking more
bathroom-
forward to that than I am the women's Battle Royal.
For a second, I thought you were going to say the women's SmackDown.
No.
I was like, hello, honey? Oh, beautiful, beautiful day. There's a lot to talk about. But that is going to do it for this week's episode of the Four Corners Podcast.
We got a long one this week.
We did have a long one this week.
Nice.
Make sure you follow us on all our social media, our Twitter, our Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube. And from everyone here at the Four Corners Podcast, have a wonderful night.